Next on Paranormal, Caught on Camera. An explorer investigates an abandoned sanatorium.
Is this where they kept your body?
And meets a shadow figure.
Oh, holy! When you see something like that in person, your body just freezes up and fight or flight kicks in.
Two brothers spend time with a haunted doll.
I want you to know we mean you no harm.
Who's not afraid to say hello.
I believe that was a warning to say, hey, tread lightly. You're dealing with something you may not be prepared for.
A dirt biker in Oregon comes face to face.
It just got really quiet really fast.
With a terrifying creature.
I was just thinking it was like some sort of monster.
And even more paranormal footage you have to see to believe. If you ever think you may be in the presence of something paranormal, you might be tempted to test your mettle. And maybe even try to have some fun with it. But be warned, what might be a lighthearted exercise for you is likely a deadly serious matter for whatever you're playing with. And if so, simply walking away might not be an option. September 2023, in Erie, Pennsylvania. Liz Cruz is in her home, speaking to her husband Jorge on her Bluetooth headphones while he is at work. When suddenly,
stuff laying on the floor too. Oh.
a door slams shut,
Oh.
seemingly by itself,
What the?
freaking Liz out. And that's just the beginning.
Hey, it's not opening. What the?
As Liz attempts to open the now apparently stuck door, a container of papers falls off the mantel by itself.
Hey, it's not opening. What the? Baby,
Followed by a few more objects.
baby, come home from work now.
Right before Liz, finally, manages to exit the room. But as terrifying as this was, it's just another strange occurrence in a long line of them for Liz and Jorge.
Hi, I'm Jorge Cruz.
I'm Liz Cruz, and these are our videos.
Baby, come home from work now.
I was like in a shock. It scares you. Your heart just like starts skipping a beat and you don't even know what to do. I felt like I was being cornered.
We can see she's terrified. I mean, she's pulling on that door with all of her might, and something is holding that door. Living in that kind of fear, you're susceptible. It breaks you down more and more. It isolates you, and then ultimately, it can take you over.
Baby, it's not opening. What the?
According to Liz and Jorge, this activity, captured on their home security camera system, has been going on for months. Morning, noon, or night. Non-stop. And both of them are at their wits' end.
I'm scared to get up at night to like go to the bathroom or go to the kitchen or anything like that. Like I have to wake him up and bring him with me because I'm scared to be in the house like alone.
There must be some force to whatever's in this house. With the refrigerator door opening and slamming.
let's be honest. A slow rocking chair is creepy AF. You see that start moving? Oh my gosh, that's creepy.
The moment that had me a little concerned for the family was seeing the table. That takes a lot of force. That takes a lot of energy from a spirit to do something like this.
But their most disturbing experience involved a lot more than just moving objects.
The house smells disgusting.
I woke up to like a horrible, horrible smell in the house. Almost like smelled like rotten eggs.
Did you take the trash out? What the baby? The lights are flickering now, dude. Baby, stop! What the
Did you catch that? Watch closely. As the lights in the TV room flicker, a crucifix behind Liz flips upside down and slides up the wall.
I got like a horrible, horrible, like scared feeling and just ran out of here.
The house smells disgusting.
Crucifixes on the wall, spinning and landing inverted, foul smells, things of that nature. That goes from poltergeist to something demonic. Something inhuman that's very negative.
And Jorge and Liz believe they know why this negative presence might be in their home.
We think that we brought some kind of spirit home with us from somewhere that we visited.
I do work as a professional magician. I was performing one day, at a party. As we were driving back home, we made a stop at this light. My wife called out and said, "Hey, look at that church, the entrance light's flickering." And I tried to be goofy about it. I pulled up in the church and I started making fun of supposedly what was there, not with bad intentions. Whatever spiritual situation was going on in that church, causing those lights to flicker, was what we took home.
It's hard to know what can cause an attachment. People think if the person is vulnerable in some way, that they can attract these entities wherever they go, and that they run the risk of bringing it home with them.
But now that Jorge and Liz believe it is already home with them, what's next?
We have planned on moving out, but we were told that, moving out, it's not gonna do any good. By us leaving to another house, it's pretty much gonna travel to another house along with us.
The best thing to do is to acknowledge it, don't panic, and then from there, see, all right, what might it want? What can I do to settle this? It comes with a little bit of paranormal diplomacy.
What the baby? The lights are flickering now, dude. Baby, stop! What the
Coming up,
Maya Ghost?
a haunted doll gets up close and personal with a paranormal investigator. During paranormal investigations, as scary as it might sound, it's not uncommon to feel like you've been touched by something unseen.
Oh, something just touched my hair soon. Nope.
But if it happens to you, take heart. It could just be your imagination. Unless, of course, the physical contact is captured on camera. That's what happened to two ghost hunting brothers in West Virginia when they went too deep with a haunted doll. September 2023, in Cameron, West Virginia. Brothers Josh and Sean Foreman, along with their colleague Rocky, are at the Archive of the Afterlife Paranormal Museum conducting an investigation into one of its most notorious items, a haunted doll named Hope that the museum acquired while assisting a family in need.
Hope, we know you're back in that room. We want to come in there and talk to you.
My name is Josh Foreman.
My name is Sean Foreman.
And this is our video. The Hope doll, from what we were told, came from a family haunting that they were investigating, and they believed that whatever was attacking the family had attached itself to this doll.
Whoever's attached to this doll, I want you to know we mean you no harm.
There's a history of people being around this doll that are physically attacked. People that have nothing to do with the paranormal, just going into the museum where they've been scratched and touched. They've left and had things happen.
Can you come forward and talk to us?
There's very few things that I can't stand in the paranormal space, like that freak me out before you even get me into a location. And one of those is dolls.
Our goal was to go in and just document with audio and video what we could, and to find out why there's just so much negativity surrounding this doll.
And to help do that, Sean sits alone in a room with Hope and his Spirit Box app.
Am I a ghost?
Okay, this is getting freaky.
Whatever was there inside the museum was definitely intelligent and eager to communicate with us.
And as Sean is about to find out, communicating with the otherworldly can take many forms.
I don't know if I would consider you a ghost. Something just touched my freaking hand. Come on.
Sean feels something touch his hand.
Was that you?
At that point, it was like, how much longer can I stay in here?
I don't feel safe in here. I think you want to hurt me.
I've been touched on an investigation, and you know, when we're talking about spirits and when somebody's in spirit, they don't have the tools to touch us. They don't have a body. They're not solid. There's no mass. How do they touch us? Well, it's got to be through their PK ability or psychokinetic ability, where they are giving us the impression that we're being touched. And they have to believe that they are touching you.
Well, you have to kind of be careful on investigations like that. You know, you have to keep your fear-based energy at the door, because all they're going to do is regurgitate what they can back at you using your energy. And if it's a fear-based energy, it's going to feed fear back.
And if the energy was fear-based then, it grows exponentially when museum curator Steve Hummel takes Hope out of her box.
It really wasn't until they got Hope out of the case is when all hell broke loose.
Sean is once again separated from the group. When?
Something just hit me. Holy.
What's wrong with my too? Hey, what's going on?
Something just freaking like nailed my freaking back.
Sean is apparently touched again. But this time, there's proof. Caught by a stationary camera, the group had set up in an adjacent room. Watch again. This time, zoomed in on Sean's shirt. The bottom of his t-shirt is seemingly tugged by someone or something.
I took off. Oh, I was out of there. I took off running.
I've had my shirt tugged before, almost just like in this video. It's a very odd feeling. At first you don't want to believe it happened, then you're wondering, well, what was the purpose of it?
I believe at that moment, personally, that was a warning to Sean to say, hey, tread lightly. You're dealing with something you may not be prepared for.
Sean agrees, which is why right after that,
holy,
he calls it a night.
It was just, you know, I was just too scared to stay in there for much longer. I had to try to get my mind back right.
But as far as both brothers are concerned, this is just the beginning.
We'll be back. I can promise you that.
To actually see it on video, something hit his back and pull his shirt. It's stuff that we find very compelling and really validates that there is something attached to this Hope doll.
Something just hit me. Holy.
Coming up, a biker in Oregon sees bones.
Kinda creepy.
And then the creature that may be responsible. Studies have shown that spending active time outdoors can be tremendously beneficial, both physically and psychologically. But let's face it, all that good can be snuffed out in an instant if one runs into something unexpected. And we're not just talking about a sudden drop or wild animal, because deep inside the woods, nature is also home to other things, which nothing short of sheer luck can protect you from. Especially,
it just got really quiet really fast.
When you're alone. March 2023. Just outside of Reedsport, Oregon. Ethan Owens is on his dirt bike, riding on a trail through the woods near his home. When he comes across something that unnerves him.
Kinda creepy.
Bones from an unknown source, stripped and spread out on the trail. Regardless, Ethan continues. Until...
This is where most people would turn around. If you turn around, you never get to see what's on the other side. That's where all the gold is waiting over there.
But Ethan's eagerness to explore...
Could be missing out what's on the other side.
...is short-lived.
Hello?
I'm Ethan Owens, and these are my videos. I was talking to the camera and I heard something in the distance. So I stopped and looked around and it called out again. And then I started hearing moving in the brush. That really freaked me out because if there were hunters up there or something, there would be a truck. And the voice didn't really sound like a man. So I kind of just booked it out of there.
However, 4 months later...
Looks like we've already passed it a while ago, but that tree is gone.
Ethan is compelled to travel the mysterious trail once again. But when he comes to a stopping point...
Oh, there's two ways. Holy crap, dude, this trail goes on forever. It just got really quiet really fast.
Watch closely. Watch again. As moments after things go silent,
it just got really quiet really fast.
A figure, seemingly staring directly at Ethan.
That was my cue to leave.
What I saw was like kind of bright, but it was like walking on all fours. I was just thinking it was like some sort of monster. I couldn't like think of anything when I saw it except to just get the heck out of there.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I were ever in the woods and I saw something like that, y'all would just have to come get my body from the woods because I would immediately...
It looks pale, it looks white. There's sort of a moment where maybe we see two eyes really clearly. I mean, it's terrifying. It is absolutely scary.
Even more scary because of what happens just before.
It just got really quiet really fast.
I just know from working with like survivalists and people who spend a lot of time in the woods, they always tell you if things go quiet, that's not a good sign.
Especially if it's what Ethan thinks it is.
Skinwalker is just the term that I like to use because it kind of sounds like what it looks like. It kind of looks like a lot of skin, like a skin creature walking at you. So that's just what I say it was.
Skinwalkers come from Navajo legend. They're like witches almost that can shapeshift into any size, form, anything they want.
A creature who begins as human and undergoes this transformation into a more animalistic type creature, if not just an animal, but who can mimic the sounds of people, who can sound perhaps like a person in distress, and therefore draw other people who think they're gonna help, who show up to be a good Samaritan, to try and aid someone who's clearly in distress, and end up, of course, losing their own lives.
Fortunately, in this case, Ethan escapes with his life intact.
That was my cue to leave.
And is unwilling to risk it like that again, which is why he moves out of the area soon after.
It's like this thing is gonna stalk me and follow me home. So I got out of there.
Hello?
Coming up, an abandoned sanatorium.
Is this where they kept your body?
Comes to life.
Oh!
The first tuberculosis sanatorium in the U.S. opened in 1884 in New York in an attempt to combat one of the deadliest diseases the country had ever faced. And though these institutions did help to curb the disease from being spread outside of their walls, inside, the death rate reached at times a staggering 50%. Until scientific advances in the 20th century eventually resulted in most of these sanatoriums ceasing to be active. For the living, at least. Because some believe that the buildings that remain are haunted by those who died there. And one paranormal investigator who explored an abandoned one in North Dakota can vouch for that.
Is this where they kept your body?
July 2023, in Dunseith, North Dakota.
Approaching it right now.
Ian Sean Crandall is investigating the Sand Haven Sanatorium, an abandoned hospital with a traumatic past.
Here we are. My heart is racing right now. Holy crap.
My name is Ian Sean Crandall, and I filmed this video.
Take a look at that.
Sand Haven is a scary place for a number of reasons. The years and years of just tragic history, people just living their last days at this place. The condition of the building, it is falling apart. Dangerous to explore. There's pitfalls, tripping hazards, and just the amount of spirit activity that's said to go on.
It's really creepy.
It's often said that when people die in a state of turmoil, that these are the kind of spirits that linger on. And you can certainly understand that in the case of this facility. This is a place where people led lives of despair, and they had disease, and many of them died here over the years.
The energy is still there, just the sadness, all the different emotions. You never know who you're gonna run into when you go to this place.
And sure enough.
Hello?
Just minutes after Ian enters the building.
Whoa, what was that?
There's something down the hallway. Slowly, fading in and out of view.
Whoa, what was that?
It looked like an orb floating, and it was floating down the hallway and disappeared into the darkness.
Oh my God, dude, it is cold over here.
And only seconds later.
Oh my God, it just went into that room.
I believe this could have been the same spirit because the orbs looked very similar.
I just saw you. Did you just go into this room?
Listen again, closely, as a voice seems to ask Ian.
I got goosebumps. It literally sounded like a real woman was in that room. I'm alone, so how do you explain that?
When you get places like former hospitals, elderly homes, sanatoriums, like those are breeding grounds for EVPs. So much conversation and so many routines were going through the halls of these buildings for hundreds of years.
But Ian's next destination probably had very few, if any, conversations at all.
All right, guys. I'm now headed down to the morgue, which is just beyond that doorway.
So my next stop was the morgue, said to be one of the scariest areas of the building. And while I was exploring around, I kept seeing something at the end of the hallway.
Who's down there? Oh, dude. Oh my God. Okay.
Watch closely. As Ian shines his flashlight down the hallway, a dark shadow appears to peek at him from around a doorway.
Oh my God. Okay.
When you see something like that in person, your body just freezes up and fight or flight kicks in.
And only moments later, as Ian turns into a nearby room.
Is this where they kept your body? Oh, holy! Oh!
A shadow, perhaps the same one as before, seems to walk through him.
Oh, holy!
It felt like something was after me. At that point, I was at my limit and I bolted back. I just could not believe what I just witnessed. That could be a very potential dangerous situation. I mean, I'm glad that he had his wits about him, his faculties, because he was face to face with an unknown spirit or entity.
Oh, holy! Oh!
And it's enough to get Ian to finally leave the building.
No, I'm done. I don't want to go back over there. Hell no.
Sand Haven, definitely one of the most haunted places, I think, possibly in the world.
Is this where they kept your body?
Oh, holy! Oh.
Coming up, what are these glowing orbs in the Detroit sky?
The strangest ever.
For those in the United States, the 4th of July holiday means backyard barbecues, beach trips, and perhaps most indispensably, fireworks. But the next time you're watching one of these dazzling displays in the sky, you might want to pay closer attention than usual. Because you could end up like one man in Michigan who captured something in the holiday sky that gives a whole new meaning to the rocket's red glare. July 4th, 2019, in Farmington Hills, Michigan. It's the evening, and Race Robinson is watching TV in his home when the sounds of nearby Independence Day celebrations draw him outdoors. But instead of fireworks in the sky, Race sees this. What appears to be 2 clusters of orange orbs, 2 to the left and 3 to the right. And they are like nothing that he's ever seen.
I'm Race Robinson, and I filmed this video. I could hear the fireworks booming outside, and I was kind of curious, so I wanted to go see what I could see. And at first, I thought it was Chinese lanterns. Then once I thought about it, this can't be. Chinese lanterns almost flicker, almost like with a flame. And these were a solid orange that did not appear to flicker or dim. So I was zooming in and out for perspective. And I determined that these are not drones, they're not helicopters, they're not flares. They were moving in a north direction, and the wind was coming from the north, and it was going against the wind. So I thought that was strange as well.
When you see these objects in the sky, 4th of July or not, you can clearly distinguish this is absolutely not fireworks, they're not balloons of any kind, they're not drones, they're not commercial craft. I do not believe at all that these could be sky lanterns.
These things are moving against the wind. They're moving in a triangular formation and staying in that same position as if they're one big object.
We know what fireworks look like. We even know what drones look like. We know what lanterns look like. We know what the typical things that we might see up in the air during a celebratory period of time might look like, and this doesn't look like them.
So, if none of these things, then what exactly did Race see?
Something not from this earth, I believe. It's something extraterrestrial. I used to say that they're angels watching or protecting us, watching us, keeping us protected from ourselves. That's what I like to believe.
Possibly. Or maybe it's less coming to our rescue and more accepting our invitation.
I mean, I just feel like fireworks are a universal sign of look at me. What's a flare? Nothing more than a mini firework. And what are flares meant to do? Have people look at it so they can come find your butt. So I even think E.T. and all the other UFO and extraterrestrials out there, they be like, what day is it? It's July 4th. Look at all them lights out there. Let me take a closer look.
Regardless, for Race, whatever the reason they appeared on that night, he's convinced.
I believe there's definitely something out there, either interdimensional, maybe coming from a different galaxy or a different planet, or some believe that they're already here and they look almost indistinguishable from humans. Absolutely a believer, even more so now that I actually seen it thrown out or seen something can explain.
Coming up, A taxi driver in the Philippines
Saan po kayo, ma'am?
gives a lift to the dead.
Huh? Wala. Multo ata yung nasakay ko ah.
I got some paranormal stuff going on around my house. Now watch right here.
When it comes to the paranormal, there are some who believe that certain cameras are able to capture energies that are invisible to the human eye.
There's the kid out of nowhere, and there's the dog.
And though that could lead one to believe that these cameras are more reliable than human perception, make no mistake, there are also times when the pitch of one's psyche and the circumstances of the environment might enable them to see things that no camera on Earth could ever detect. That's what may have happened to one taxi driver in the Philippines,
Saan po kayo, ma'am?
who saw someone enter his cab, who, according to his dash cam, wasn't actually there.
Huh? Wala.
September 2023, in Baguio City, Philippines. It's around 3 a.m. And taxi driver Jericho Gapuz pulls over to pick up what he believes is a new customer.
Saan po kayo, ma'am? Scott Barrio? Sige po.
Watch again. Though no one can be seen on camera, Jericho pulls over for what his eyes tell him is a female passenger. But while the door opens and closes, and Jericho appears to speak to someone,
Saan po kayo, ma'am? Scott Barrio? Sige po.
there's nobody there, which Jericho fails to notice until 30 seconds later, when he looks in his rear view and sees nothing.
Huh? Wala. Wala. Diyos ko po. Wala. Multo ata yung nasakay ko ah.
So, what exactly is going on here?
Now we see the door open, we see him look over his shoulder and say something to his would-be passenger.
Saan po kayo, ma'am?
Only we don't see a person there. But it's clear that he thinks some flesh and blood person is sitting in the back seat.
And not only does he have a camera within his taxi shooting the back seat, he also has a POV cam shooting the street. And we get a little bit of both of those shots, and we could see there's absolutely nothing being picked up on any of these cameras.
Huh? Wala.
A mysterious woman on the side of the road, flagging down a passing car. Sounds familiar.
There's really two legends kind of connecting to each other here. One is the legend of the White Lady, usually seen in a white dress, walking along the side of the road, sort of looking often forlorn or bedraggled a bit or sad. And she's seeking the help of someone who comes by. And then, as the story has it, she vanishes. And this story often combines with another traditional legend type, which is known as the Vanishing Hitchhiker, who is standing on the edge of the road, says that she needs a ride, gives the address of where it is that she's going, and before the driver is able to get there, she disappears.
Huh? Wala.
There's two stories combining here into a really, really classic, truly global legendary phenomenon.
Diyos ko po. Wala. Multo ata yung nasakay ko ah.
But global phenomenon or not, Why is she not visible on the camera?
Usually, we don't see something in the moment, but then we check the camera and, oh, look what I got. This was the exact opposite. He saw someone, but the camera didn't.
Scott Barrio. Sige po.
That infers that it's all going on in his mind. Something being projected, something being picked up by whatever extrasensory modality is going on in that moment.
Saan po kay ma'am?
That's certainly possible. But as startling as this was for Jericho, perhaps it's not quite as uncommon or dangerous as he might think.
I feel like people have these encounters all the time, but because these entities seem so real, they have no idea that they've encountered spirit. You don't know these spirits, but as long as you don't antagonize them and you respect them, you're probably going to have a respectful interaction with them.
Hala! Diyos ko po!
What should you do in the event you witness something paranormal?
It just got really quiet really fast.
Here are some tips to get it all on camera. Check your footage. And then, check it again. Be careful about what you bring home. Be brave.
Is this where they kept your body?
But not too brave.
Oh, holy!
And
the strangest ever.
If you do catch something, email us at submitparanormal@gmail.com. Your footage could be seen right here on Paranormal Caught on Camera.